Hi guys, so since Friday, the pound to the dollar has taken a massive hit. You can see this graph with data that was taken at about midnight on Sunday. So a number of things to say about this. As you can see, over the last 5 days, sterling has taken a beating. The sudden drop took place as Kwasi Kwarteng, the Chancellor, was delivering his speech to the House of Commons and laying out his mini budget. It was literally as he spoke, the currency fell against the dollar. The pound also fell against the euro in a similar way. But what does this all mean, and what can the government do about it? Now, according to experts, the market isn't so concerned about the freeze in energy bills and the borrowing related to that. They understand that this is a short-term measure. What has really spooked them is how the UK government is talking about unfunded tax cuts. But also they understand, like everyone else, what Liz Truss and her Chancellor are doing is extremely risky and is likely to fail. So this would explain the drop-off on Friday. As Monday morning was breaking in Asia and markets there were opening, the pound did drop once again, but it did seem to make a slight recovery. But we'll have to wait for more data when the US markets open later on Monday to judge the medium-term impact on the pound. So if the pound continues to drop, what does this mean for ordinary people? Well, a weak sterling means imports are more expensive. It will push up the price of petrol and other fuels as they are bought and sold in dollars. Other items will likely rise too as the pound is weaker against the euro. The euro isn't in great shape, but the pound is worse. A weak pound is very bad during a cost of living crisis. So what can be done? Well, if we imagine that Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng actually want to fix things, there are a number of options on the table. They can do nothing and hope that the pound rides out this storm, or they can try to revalue the currency, and there are a number of ways they can do this. First, they can sell foreign exchange assets that they currently own, or the government owns. These are things like foreign currency, bonds, treasury bills, and other government securities. Selling these would create demand for sterling, as the foreign assets would be sold in that currency. However, this would be a short-term fix, as the current drop in sterling is related to government policy. Another option is to raise interest rates, so the government could ask the Bank of England to raise interest rates again or to a higher level next time. However, this would be damaging to the economy. Higher rates would suck money out of the economy and speed up a recession. Perhaps the currency would rise due to the lack of pounds swirling about though. Another approach is to reduce inflation. This again could be where the Bank of England could step in. But the government could do this in a way that they have frozen energy bills somewhat. This measure is expected to reduce inflation by about 2 percentage points. However, this would be short-lived, as tax cuts and borrowing to pay energy companies is not stimulating growth. Finally, economists will talk about the use of supply-side policies. Liz Truss wants to deregulate the economy as much as possible, but again, this will do little to boost the economy as exporters are struggling, not due to British red tape, but third country bureaucracy, which the government has no control over. Basically, Brexit makes dealing with revaluing the currency even more difficult. Currency speculation could also drive up the value of sterling, but this would not be driven by the belief that the currency is doing well, but instead on the chance of making a few quid quickly before the currency drops again. So, as you can see in the graph, there has been a massive sell-off of the pound, and unless Liz Truss strikes oil or gold or something similar, it's unlikely to improve in the short to medium term. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.